I guess my question would be if that mentality, this would not be true for Jocko because he's been married to the same woman forever. If that mentality were true in war, why doesn't it transfer to marriage for them? Where 90% of them get divorced in wartime, 95% in peacetime. So if it's a true statement, it should transfer to all aspects of life. And see, the flaw in that thinking is it doesn't transfer. So when you look at something, anything, you've got to go, does this transfer across the board? So protecting integrity transfers across the board. I don't care if you're a military guy or if you're a pacifist. I don't care if you're a Islamic or if you're a Christian. I don't care if you lived in 900 AD or if you live now. Every man who's ever lived on this planet realizes and understands the truth that protecting integrity is of utmost importance to masculinity.
Yeah, it wasn't on my notes here to discuss with you, but you mentioned it, and I've heard you talk about this a lot as I was researching and prepping for today. Is this divorce rate within SEALs or high level operators, within the military? I think you said 90% you end up in divorce in wartime, and then 95% in peacetime. Not pointing fingers or like really trying to call anybody out here. Clearly, this is something that you're passionate about because I've heard you talk about it a lot. What's going on there, Jim?
Well, first of all, we give all of our resources free to active military, to police officers, fire, first responders. So I'm a huge, massive, massive fan of the military. I think there's a couple things going on there. I think there's a massive. I think for the guys that are in battle, there's a post traumatic stress that comes from battle that I don't understand. I'm so thankful that I can say that I don't understand it because I've got gnarly guys like that out there protecting me, and I just say God bless those guys. I want to help those guys, not condemn those guys. I think there is a something that we don't see in the media, we don't see on social media, and I think there's this whole alpha. You hear this alpha male talk all the time, and I think a lot of it is these guys that aren't Christian guys go out there and they just do stupid, childish things that ruin their marriages. Quite frankly, if I mean, I think it's hard to shut. I just had a friend talk about his buddy the other day, who's a high level operator. He never could shut off the switch. And so if you can't shut off the battle switch during peacetime, over here you're conquering a lot of other things. You're starting fights, you're drinking, you're womanizing. So I think there is that dark element that people don't want to look at or talk about that is very, very much there. And then the other thing is I think that these guys, again, realize, Frank, these guys are 22 to 30-year-old dudes. They're young guys. They wake up with a heart on, I mean, these guys are like high level alpha guys. Who's helping them? Like outside of the military, who's helping these guys understand? Hey, man, dude, if you're a real man, and if you're this alpha man, you're going to be married to one woman the rest of your life. That's what an alpha man does. So you're going to do certain things. So to help these guys move beyond the compartment of battle, but into this compartment of husband and father and community member. So I think they need help. That's why guys like us love our first responders and our military, because we realize, hey, these guys, and I'll tell your guys the same thing, man. If they hit me up, I'll send them a book. I'll just send it to them. I mean, because I just really am a huge fan, but I also have to. We also have to, as truth guys, go, hey, this is a problem we have to address, right? Just as I address this social justice theory that says that somehow I owe this guy something because of something that happened 300 years ago. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's true. And I want to call that out. I also want to call this other thing out. We want to call out the truth, even though we may get crucified for it. But we've got to stand up for the truth, or what are we going to stand for?